Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel, and today we have another video. And this is a very interesting video, so it's helping you how to solve a cube. So it's a scrambled Rubik's Cube, it's a 3x3, and I'm going to be showing you the techniques and the tricks on how to solve this. And people who thought they had no idea that they would solve a Rubik's Cube eventually found themselves solving Rubik's Cubes easily. So I want to show you this really interesting method that will help you to solve a Rubik's Cube, because it certainly worked to me. So let's bring in the cube. So here we have our 3x3 cube, and as you can see here, it's scrambled. So I'm going to show you all the sides. So here we go. And these are all the sides. I'm going to show you from this side. So, the first thing you need to do when solving a cube is to have the central white square on the top. So, this white square, the central white square, needs to be facing upwards. And I'm going to show you the chapters now, and you can skip by chapters, and this first chapter is solving the cross. So we're going to solve this cross down here, and this is the white cross. So we always start with the white cross, and you can see here we've already been helped, so we already have some pieces actually solved. But no, because this is orange and this is pink, so they're not actually solved yet, so we need to do some work for ourselves. So to solve the white cross, we look for some pieces on the bottom layer which have white, and it's this piece here. This is white and green. So what we need to do is we need to move this white piece with the green on it to underneath. So let's go back. So we're going to go to the first move here, and we found our white piece with the green underneath. And now what we need to do, we need to put it here underneath this green piece. So what we're going to do is we're going to move it once and twice. So it's underneath this square here. And from here we're going to rotate it 180 degrees. So it's aligned with here. In some cases you might have your white here and your green here, and it might already work. In that case, all you need to do is turn it 180 degrees. I will show you an example in a minute. But currently, for now, we only have our green on the top and the white below it, which is not right. We can't have this. So what we need to do is we need to rotate 90 degrees this way, so here. And now from here, what you need to do is you need to turn the top to the right once. And from here, all that needs to be done is lifting this up here. And the point is, this has been aligned, and now we return it to where it came from. And you can see here, the green and the white all match up. So, you might have the principle now of understanding how it works. So we've just made our white piece join on the top to make its cross. So this is the first piece of the cross. Ignore these two for now, because these haven't actually been done. So we're going to be looking at this piece. This white piece here corresponds with this white center piece, and the green on it corresponds with this green. So these pieces which make up the cross are the edges. So these pieces here are the edges, this one. So now we're going to look for another piece, such as this one. This contains blue and white. So what we're going to do now is we're going to turn it around. So as you can see here, the blue is already joined up with the white. So we're going to turn it around so it's on the bottom. And now from here, earlier on we had the green and white. But now all you need to do is rotate 180 degrees and it's solved, because the white is on top. In the other circumstance, on this piece here, the green was on top. So we had to solve that. We had to rotate it this way, lift it around, and that's how we got on from there. But ignore that from here. All we needed to do was, when the white and blue piece was on the bottom, we just needed to rotate it 180 degrees and it was solved. Now from here we have our blue and green. So we need to have our pink solved and our orange solved. So to do this, we need to find those pieces, and we have already found our pink. So what we're going to do is we're going to move it to the bottom, and from here, since the pink and the white is on the bottom, we need to find the pink. And now we have joined the pink and the white up, and now what we need to do is we need to rotate 180 degrees. But as you can tell, this doesn't work because we have the same problem as earlier, pink and white. But as we know, as I taught you, we know how to counter this. What we need to do is we need to rotate. And now from here we rotate the top, we rotate over, and we put it back to where it came from. And now you can see the white and the pink is now all fixed up. So as you can see, we have one left to make our cross. Just ignore these 4 corner pieces for now. Just look at this one here, and that's the only one left to solve. So as you can see here, this is white and green. So the green here and the white here. And this is white and pink, and the pink here. This is white and blue, and the blue here. So this is already done. So we need our white and orange, which is over here. And to get this onto the bottom layer is we need to make sure it doesn't interfere with any other pieces like this. This is interfering with this white and green piece. So what we're going to do here is we're going to move it away. So we're going to rotate the top. And from here we're going to move it to the bottom. Rotate back. And as you can see, we have still maintained our cross with the green, the pink and the blue. And now our orange and white piece on the bottom. And we need to join this orange with the orange central square. And we have the white on the bottom, and we have no problem here, but all we need to do is rotate 180 degrees, and it's been solved. So it's not orange and white, it's white and orange, so we didn't need to do this method here. So it worked straight away. Now we're going on to the second chapter. So the second chapter is going to be the white corners. And as you can see here, we have some white pieces in the corners. So as you can see, already 3 of our pieces are in the corners. This one's in the right square. This one isn't in the right square because it has white in it, but it's not in the right square. And this isn't in the right square. What I mean by this one in the right square is it contains an orange from this orange square. It contains a white from the white square, and it contains a green from the green square. So what we need to do now is we need to flip the square, the cube. So we make sure the white is on the bottom, and we're going to target the yellow. So we're going to make sure the yellow is facing up. And what we do from here is we want this piece, this green, orange and white piece, to be tilted around. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a 4-move method that I'm going to show you. You need to remember this because this is very useful throughout the whole part of solving your cube. This is our 4-move method. So to get this piece out of the way, so you can see our white cross has already been solved with the orange, the green, the blue, and the pink. So what we need to do is we need to remove this piece and reinsert it. So what we're going to do is we're going to put the white face downwards, facing downwards, and we're going to lift one place up. So this is the left variation. You can do it with your right hand as well. So first I'm going to show you with your left hand. With your left hand, you need to remember these 4 moves. So pause and remember this algorithm. So this algorithm is a very important 4-move that you have to remember. So you can see here we're going to put our white face down, and it's up with the left hand. So this is the left hand variation of the 4 moves algorithm. So watch here. This is the first variation with the left hand. So tilt up. So turn this face up. So the face with this square here that you want to take out. And now you move to the right. So the opposite of what hand you're using. Now you move it back down. And what you do from here is you bring it back to the left. And as you can see, this piece has not been solved, but we have removed it. So we're going to repeat this move until the piece has been placed into the square. So watching. So it's not been solved. It's currently in a different order to what it already was been. So we're going to keep going, and it should be at least another 2 moves. So let's repeat. And now in this position you could also use the right hand. So the right hand would be right, across, down, across. So we're going to keep continuing with the right hand. So this would be the left hand variation. The left hand variation would be up, and now to the right, down, to the left. But the right move variation is up, to the left, down, to the right. So make sure you're noting this down. So now we're going to be solving this square here by using the right move combination. So I'm going to go a bit quicker. And by repeating this 4-move combination, we have orange, green and white in the desired location. So what I just did was I changed between left and right moves. So right hand and left hand. You should not do this. Only stick to one. You can choose what one you want to do, but don't change in between when you're planning to reinsert this piece, because it will mess up. It will just take too long, and if you keep changing, it won't work. So just stick to one hand. So if, for an example, if you want to do one piece with your left hand, stick with your left hand until you've reinserted that piece. Then if you want to reinsert this piece, we're going to use the other hand. So you can use the other hand. So let's do this one with the left hand technique. So hope you've been noting this. This piece here belongs in the blue and orange location, which is here. So in between the blue and the orange and the white. So it's going to go here. But how do we get this here? So first we have to remove it, bring everything back down, and you can see it's over here. So we want it to be all the way up here. So we want it to be above where it needs to go. So what I have just done is I have placed the orange, white and blue square above the square it needs to go into. So this is white, orange and blue. And this square here needs to be removed for white, blue and orange. So this square here. So since it's above the square it needs to go into, we're going to use the 4-move method. First, we're going to use the left hand technique, and for another square, for the next square, we're going to use the right hand technique. So it's up to the right. This is the left hand technique. Pay attention. Down and back to the right, and you can see it's in its square, but it's not been solved correctly. So we're going to continue the algorithm. And by this, it's been solved. So you can see here, blue, orange and white. So we're now going to do this piece here, which is white, pink and green. And we're going to do it with the right technique. So as you can see here, this square here is already above the square it needs to go into. So this is pink, green and white. And this is pink, green and white. So it needs to go here. It's above its desired square where it needs to go. So we're going to do the right hand technique because you just saw the left hand technique. So remember to note these down because these are going to help you a lot when solving the cube. So we're going to do up, across to the left, down to the right. So you can see here it's in its square, but it's not in the right order. So let's repeat. So you can see it's up here. Still not in its place. It's in the wrong order. And it's been solved. So the pink, the green and the white is in its square it needs to go into now. And we have one piece left. And the piece has to be pink, blue and white. But this is the wrong piece. So we need to find the piece we're looking for. And it's over here. So the piece is over here. And we need it to be over here. So what we need to do is we need to move it above the square it needs to go into. So it needs to be here. So it's above the square it needs to go into. So what we need to do is we need to remove this piece and reinsert this one. So you can see this bottom face has been completed. So you can see the pink, the green, the orange, the blue, other than this piece here. And the white has been done other than this. So once we've reinserted this piece, the whole bottom layer has been done, and we're ready to go on to the second layer. So what we do here is we're going to do a left move variation. So it doesn't really matter, you could do right move or you could do left move. So we're going to do the left hand. So what we need to do is we need to move up with this piece here. So we need to make sure it's up. Now we tilt to the right and we go down and we go back to the left. And as you can see, this has been solved and we're ready to do our second layer. So the next chapter is the second layer. So we've just finished the white cross, the white corners, and all the pieces around it are in their right squares. So this wouldn't be right, as you can see, because although they're all solved, you need to make sure the centerpiece matches the color they're on. So this is orange and green, so this doesn't work. It has to be green and green. So this hopefully makes you understand. So now we're on the middle section definition. And the point is here, we need to make sure that we're looking at the yellow cross. And on the yellow cross, on these 4 pieces here, we need to make sure that none of these pieces have yellow on them. Sorry, we need to take out the piece that doesn't have yellow on. So this piece here has yellow on. This piece here has yellow on. And so does this one over here. This has yellow on the other side. So it's just this one here. So what do you think we're going to do with this? We're going to remove it. So it needs to go in between blue and pink. And that is here. It's going to go on this square here. So what we're going to do is we're going to turn it once, just until it's over the colour it's on. It wouldn't work like this. If it was pink and blue, this is how I started to do it. Then I learnt from my mistake. If it was pink and blue, this wouldn't work. It needs to be blue joined up. So blue and pink on top. It doesn't work if it was the pink here, and you're trying to get it into here. It simply won't work. It would just be a pink here and a blue here, and it wouldn't work. It'd be the other way around. So we know this has to go here. So what we're going to do is we're going to move it one place away from where it needs to go, and we're going to insert it. So from here, we're going to use our 4 move method. We could either do the left or right. So we're going to start with the right, and the right. So you have to listen carefully from here. If you start with the right, you have to do the left straight after. So what do I mean by that? I'll show you. So you do 1, 2, 3, 4. So you've done it once, but the piece isn't here. That's because you have to do the left hand variation now. And that's up, down. And magically, this piece has been slotted into place. So you have to do both of them next to each other. Then the piece has been inserted. So note that down. So you've got blue and pink. So I started with the right variation, then I did the left. If you wanted, you can start with the left, then do the right. So we're going to do that now with this piece here. This piece here doesn't actually go with the yellow cross. As you can see, it's orange and blue. So the orange and blue piece fits here. So what we're going to do is we're going to put it above the blue. If this was orange and this was blue, it would go here. But this doesn't work, as I told you, with the blue and the pink. So this fits in like this, and we know this goes here. So we're going to move it 1 square away from where it needs to go. And since we did the right move, then left move, we're going to do... since we did the right, then left, we're now going to do left, then right. So we do this, 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 and this. And now we do the right variation, which is... And all magically, this piece has appeared into this square. And now we have completed this, other than this square here. As you can see, orange has been done, blue's been done, pink's been done, green has nearly been done, and same with orange. It's just this square here. So we need to take this square out. So we're going to do the left 4 moves first. So we're going to take it out. So now we're going to do the right variation. And now the point is, we have just taken it out for another yellow piece. So the point is, we don't want the yellow piece in there, but this is the only move variation you can do to get it out of the way. So the piece we're looking for is green and orange. So what we're going to do now is we can put this back into its normal space, because last time it was like this. The reason why it was flipped, the reason why this was orange and this was green, is because it looked like this when it was scrambled. It had a green and an orange on the top with a green here. Instead of having the orange on top here, the orange should have looked like this. Then it would have been solved. Now from here, since it needs to go here, we're going to put it one place away from where it needs to go. And since we did the left, then right, now we're going to do right, then left. So right. And now we're going to insert it with the left. So, as you can see, it's still not finished. So we need to keep going. So we need to do it one more time. So this green and orange piece goes into this square. And I will show you how. This time we're going to do left then right. Now insert it. So it's now been inserted into its square, but this is green and yellow. This is wrong. We don't want this to go into here. We want green and orange. So we need to keep looking for the green and orange piece. And that green and orange piece is here. So that green and orange piece needs to swap for the green and yellow piece. And by doing this, we need to do the left variation. So you don't have to do the left variation. You could do the right first, as I told you a minute ago. But now we're currently in a loop. So what you need to do is you need to keep doing the method, and you'll currently find yourself in the correct position. So I'm going to speed up. And as you can see, eventually we got the green and orange piece together, and it's been solved. So as you can see here, the white has been solved, the green has been solved, orange solved, blue solved, and also pink solved. So now it's time for the last layer, which is the top layer, but this is actually quite complicated. So what we need to do is we need to make a yellow cross. So as you can see in this position, we already have an L shape. If you're in the position without an L shape, if you have nothing there, if you only have the center yellow piece like this, then you need to do these following moves. So you need to rotate round, then you need to do your 4-move method. And now from here you move back. But since I have already done this, I'm one step ahead of you. After you have done that, you should now have your L shape. So the people who haven't had any pieces, if they only had this central piece and then they did the algorithm that I just did, they should have the L shape that I had before. And now, after you've done that one more time, you should have a horizontal shape. And now, you can't do the trick like this. It has to be horizontal. So you can do it from this side or this side. So I'm going to do it from this side. It doesn't really matter. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to rotate over. Then I'm going to do the 4-move algorithm. Over, over, down, down, and move it back from where it came from. And as you can see, we have the cross, which you should have. So if you started out with nothing, so if you only had the centerpiece, then you did that algorithm what I showed you and I've been repeating, you should end up with the L. And when you have the L, it should always be in the top left corner. Then from there, you should have done it once more and you should have got a horizontal line. Then you should have done it once more and now you have the cross. And now the next step from here is to make sure as much pieces are in the places as they are. So as you can see here, I have just moved one place over and we have pink matched up, green matched up, but we don't have orange and blue, blue and orange. So from now, what we need to do is we need to do another algorithm. We need to make sure these two pieces that matched up are on the back, like this. Sometimes you might have two pieces that are opposite each other. And you still have to do this move algorithm that I am going to show you right now. Right, So that algorithm is the green pieces are here and the pink pieces are matched up, but these two pieces are not matched up. So if you have two that are matched up, you need to make sure they're on one's on the back and one's on your right. If they are horizontal to each other, so they're next to each other like this or like this, keep following on. You can do the same method as me. But for me, it's going to work straight away because I have two pieces that are matched and one's on the back, one's on the right. So what we're going to do is we're going to move it over. Then we need to move it one place over again. I need to move it back down. Then I need to move it again one more time. Move it across, move it back, and I'll move it again. And all the pieces should be matched up. And let me look. I have blue, I have orange, I have green, and I have pink. And now we are ready to go to the next step. And the next step is to match the corners in their right squares. So what we're going to do for this is we're going to do a method. So we need to find which pieces are in their right squares. So this piece is in the wrong corner because it's orange, blue, and yellow, which is not right. It's supposed to be green. And this piece is in the wrong square as well. These two should be swapped. And this piece is in the wrong square. And so is this piece. They're all in the wrong squares. So if you have yours in the right squares, so for an example, this piece here was swapped with this piece here, then you would have a piece that's working. But since I have no piece in the right squares, it doesn't work. So I can make sure that any of these are in the top corner, and now I have to do a special move algorithm that you need to take in as well. So you can do it from anywhere along the top if none of yours are in the right square. So it is right, up, left, up. Do the same but down. Right, down, left, down. And from here you can see that our pieces are in the right square. So this is in the right square, blue, orange, and yellow. This is in the wrong square, and this is in the wrong square. And also this piece is in the wrong square. So let's repeat the algorithm, but from this corner, because this corner is correct. So what we're going to do is we're going to do right, up, left. Sorry, we're going to do left across. So going back in the position, this is correct, and you need to go across and up, left and up. But now we're going to do the same but down. Across, down, left, left and down. So from here, this piece is in the right square, but it's in the wrong formation. So you can see green, yellow, and orange. This piece is in the right square, this is in the right square, and this is in the right square. Yellow, blue, and pink. So they're all in the right square. Doesn't matter if they're not in the right order. Now, what you need to do is you need to flip it so the white is on the top, and we've nearly solved the cube. So the point is we're going to do our final 4-move combination with the right hand. It's compulsory that this is with the right hand. And what we do here is we do up, across, down, and back. This is still not in its right place. Keep going. And this has been solved. As you can see, yellow, pink, and blue. Now, instead of moving it around and working from here, you need to rotate. So you need to rotate to this square here, which has not been solved. And now from here, we tilt up one. We do our right move combination. Still not solved. Keep going. Repeat once more. And as you can see, it has been solved. Green, yellow, and orange. And it's our final move to solve the cube. And it has been completed. So you can see here, the white side is done, the yellow side is done, orange, green, pink, and blue have all been solved. So, hopefully you've enjoyed this video on how to solve a 3x3 cube. and you've learnt all the methods and techniques, please make sure to take in the algorithms because they are essential for solving this cube. Hopefully you've enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching, and I will see you soon.